Hey everyone, let's dive into XRP today. And I have to start with this incredible insight from Crypto Brothers that really hit home for me. They posted something during the recent crash that perfectly captures why crypto is always a game of hindsight. They were reflecting on the brutal crash of 2022. You remember that, right? When FTX collapsed and everything went to hell, back then, nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted to touch crypto with a 10-foot pole. XRP was just sitting there at around 50 cents, completely ignored. People were literally saying XRP will never see $1 again. Well, look where we are now. This is exactly why I always tell you guys, never have regrets as a crypto investor. When those dips hit, when the prices crash, that's your golden opportunity. But here's the thing, when crashes happen, negativity is absolutely everywhere. You scroll through X on any red day, and people are losing their minds. They're angry, they're panicking, they want to dump their XRP immediately. But guess what? Those exact same people will be FOMOing back in the moment they see green candles lighting up their screens. Listen, as an XRP investor, whenever you get the chance to buy at cheaper prices, you have two options. Buy that dip or do absolutely nothing. But the one thing you should never do, sell on a red day. Don't be that person. A lot of people are going to have serious regrets for not buying this crypto at all. You know what I've noticed? It's so much easier for people to hate on XRP than to actually sit down and understand where this thing is headed. Here's a good reminder for all of you who watched it rise and held strong, knowing this was just the beginning. Right now, everyone's still obsessing over that legendary 2017 to 2018 run. I've been seeing headlines like Ripple's XRP on track for a 63.0% rapid explosion like in 2017. So I had to ask myself and Grok, what are the actual chances of that happening again? Here's what Grok broke down. For me, a run like that happening right now with the current circulating supply would imply XRP hitting around $845. Some analysts are even more bullish, arguing it could reach $1,300 plus. But let's be realistic here. What would a 2017 to 2018 style run actually look like in today's market? A more realistic scenario would be an explosive rally during this bull cycle, potentially seeing 10x to 20x gains from current levels. We're talking about targets between $24 to $48. And this actually makes sense when you consider XRP's real utility in payments, Ripple's ODL, stablecoin integrations, and all the catalysts we have coming, like those ETF approvals we're finally seeing. Add in the SEC, clarity, and ISO adoption, and you've got a perfect storm. Most analysts believe that repeating 2017 means recapturing that momentum, not necessarily hitting those exact same multiples. According to Grok, the chances of this happening about 15 to 25%. But here's what I really want you to understand. Back in 2017, that entire run was pure hype. That's it. Just hype driving everything. Today, we have actual, real things happening. We've got those ETFs now. We understand XRP's ODL and how desperately the world needs it. We have Ripple Rails, and Ripple has become incredibly well-rounded since then. Big things are happening left and right. We're about to get regulatory clarity in the United States for the very first time, and we're already seeing institutional money flowing in. Based on all of that, I genuinely believe there's still a solid possibility that XRP hits some absolutely crazy price points. Think about it. Back in 2017, nobody thought XRP would reach $3. Today, nobody believes XRP will break above $100. I think XRP is going to prove everyone wrong again. I believe there's a real chance that even if it doesn't break into 3 digits, it's going to get very, very close. Because here's the thing about markets. When people don't expect something to happen, that's exactly when it tends to happen. And you can combine that thinking with the Ellis theory, which essentially breaks down the supply and demand dynamics. So what's happening right now? Everyone's expecting the supply to just vanish over the counter in dark pools. They know these ETF companies are going to turn to the exchanges to buy XRP. This is literally the Ellis theory playing out in real time. Folks, and here's the crazy part. When this theory first came out, there was zero talk about ETFs. That came way later. So if we actually see the Ellis theory unfold the way it's supposed to, we could potentially see a run that mirrors 2017 to 2018. Now, I'm not saying we're hitting 4 digits, but I genuinely believe there's a very strong chance we reach 3 digits and beyond. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. These ETFs are approved and trading is pending. Here's the timeline. Canary launched November 13th, Bitwise launched November 20th, Franklin, Templeton is launching November 24th, Grayscale launching November 24th 2-1. Shares could also go live on the 24th, CoinShares expected November 27th, and I know there were some new filings as well. So we have more and more XRP ETFs popping up left and right. A lot of them are going live very soon. Everyone's still waiting on that BlackRock ETF, but with these ETFs going live one after another, a lot of XRP is going to disappear incredibly fast. Let's see if we actually get to that scarcity point. Here's a mind-blowing number for you. A BlackRock ETF with $100 billion would hold 454 million XRP if XRP hits $220. Now, right now, there's just a ton of speculation about a BlackRock ETF. We have absolutely no confirmation this is happening at all. But I still think there's an NDA between Ripple and BlackRock. That's why Brad doesn't really talk about BlackRock much, and that's why Larry Fink literally can't even mention Ripple at all. I genuinely believe BlackRock already holds a massive amount of XRP. Think about it. There's no way a company like BlackRock, who has an ex-Ripple employee, Robbie Mitchnick, working there, isn't getting his ear filled with inside information about where XRP is headed. They're not going to miss out on this opportunity. I do believe they'll have an ETF. When is it going to happen? Nobody really knows yet. Now, Tom Lee recently said that automated systems and a software bug may have contributed to the recent crypto market dump, but he can't name names. Take a listen to this.
Selling. So I think that this drip that's been taking place for the last few weeks in crypto reflects this market maker crippling. And so in 2022, it took 8 weeks for that to really get flushed out. We're only 6 weeks into it. Actually, pointing this out, there's a lot of what they call automated processes in crypto. One of them is called ADL, okay, and that's an automatic liquidation feature that would take place if someone's account or their collateral drops in price. It's essentially like a margin call. On a specific exchange, a stablecoin's price varied from other exchanges. Stablecoin should stay at $1. It dropped to 65 cents. But that only happened within the exchange quotes, within this exchange because of liquidity. That triggered an ADL, an automatic liquidation across many accounts. It wiped out, as that spread across other exchanges, right? Because liquidations cascade, almost 2 million crypto accounts got wiped out, even though minutes before they were actually profitable accounts.
So who is behind this? Like, who's the they in the market makers and they got hit? Who's the they?
Well, Brian, I am aware of names, but because I'm not someone who wants to name names, I think what you should keep in mind is that this error is actually essentially a bug, a code error, because I think in retrospect, they would have pulled pricing from across exchanges to set the price for that stablecoin rather than rely on internal quotes. But
honestly, I have no idea what he's even talking about. He's saying automated systems, a software bug, and stablecoin depegging all led to this Bitcoin crash. But here's what I think. This was a coordinated crash, and I'm absolutely tired of Bitcoin dumping every single time another XRP spot ETF goes live. That alone is not happening by coincidence. I think it's happening on purpose. Nobody's going to change my mind on this because Bitcoin was doing just fine. Then all of a sudden, an XRP spot ETF goes live and Bitcoin starts absolutely plummeting. What are the chances of that happening? Unless the money is flowing out of Bitcoin ETFs and straight into XRP ETFs, and XRP is going to appreciate later, you know what? That could be exactly how XRP finally decouples from Bitcoin. Picture this. Bitcoin continues crashing down, institutional money flows out of Bitcoin ETFs and lands in XRP ETFs, leading to scarcity, pushing XRP prices to astronomical levels, and we fully decouple from Bitcoin. A lot of people are speculating about this exact scenario, and honestly, it makes sense to me. There's way too much happening right now without enough concrete facts, but there are way too many coincidences for this not to be happening on purpose. That's just how I see it. We have more ETFs launching next week, so are we going to see even more Bitcoin crashes leading to XRP dropping further? I just want this market to rebound once and for all. I want to see that parabolic move on XRP. I want Bitcoin to make its last move up before it comes crashing down. That will solidify its go time for XRP holders. But until then, everything is extremely unpredictable, in my opinion. I think Tom Lee just made up an excuse, because he has no idea what's actually going on either. But either way, we will see that run up for XRP. It's just a matter of time. And all these pieces are falling into place exactly like we've been talking about. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on all the XRP developments.